could you do that to your own babies? Let me tell y'all about this 38-year-old man. 38-year-old. You see that man on the screen. He took 4 of his babies, okay? I believe 6 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old, and I believe an 18-year-old. I have the report, so I'm going to get all into it. But guess what? He have a 3-year-old he did not touch. I don't know. God had really much touched that 3-year-old. And guess what, y'all? After he got finished unaliving his own kids, it was one stepson, and he was 18. I don't know if it was a he or she, but 18-year-old, they were the stepson, okay, or stepchild. And he piled them up in the garage in the back of the trunk. So he just had bodies on top of bodies on top of bodies in that garage, in that trunk. And they said those bodies were there for a while. What is going on? What is really going on? If you guys can hear me, please make sure you like this video. Ooh. Can you guys hear me? If you guys can hear me, please press 3. This is an urgency matter, okay? We need a state of emergency in the Black community yesterday, okay? Because this right here, he's 38 years old. He is still in his right frame of mind. And you may say, well, where was the mother? The mother passed away. She passed away in 2024, okay? So the mother was not there. It was this man that was raising 5 kids on his own. And they say out of the 5 kids, he killed 4 of them. He put them in the back of his trunk, piled them up. Now, did he kill them all at the same time? I don't know. I don't know if he did one by one. I'm sure the house was terror. I'm sure the house. Can you imagine your own father killing you? Woo, girl, that is a worst nightmare. A lot of you guys never even had the thought about that. I thought about that. Yeah. Well, you know, honey, I'm LGBT, so I have thoughts about that, okay? But thank God, thank God, thank God, thank God, I am still here and breathing, and I didn't have to go through that with my biological father, my stepfather, or my mother. Oh, God, sometimes we don't know. We really have it blessed. If you guys are here today, and I don't know what your situation was with your parents, but some of you guys had a decent upbringing. You should be thanking God right now. You should be on your knees praising God right now, because you could have been one of these kids, because I'm sure these kids did not deserve to be unalive. My goodness, they didn't even get the chance to live their life, their dreams, or nothing, because their father, a 30-year-old, 8-year-old that lived half of his life, just felt like, hey, it's a good idea to just take them all away. So you may say, well, how did he get caught? He called the police. He called the police and said, hey, cops, what y'all doing? Okay, well, let me tell y'all something. I got 4 of my kids that I just got finished killing. I killed them a while ago, but I need y'all to come pick them up. Okay? So I guess the guilty conscience of God said, you got to be honest, man. Maybe the smell. I'm sure that shit must have smelled horrible. And I'm sure the 3-year-old don't know what's going on. Can you imagine, man, that 3-year-old siblings? All your older siblings have passed away by your father? That's crazy. That is crazy. Well, this is just a tipping point of what we're talking about tonight. Another thing what we have to talk about tonight is another guy. I believe he's in Texas. All right. So he's an ex. And ladies, this is why I tell you, and fellas too, you got to be careful who you guys date. You have to be careful who you invite in your life. Listen, you are special. Even if you don't think you're special, you're special. Even if you don't think you're special, can you start acting like you special? I don't give a damn if you fake it. Hell, what they say, fake it till you make it. If you don't feel like you special, can you at least act like it? Just pretend like it, okay? Don't allow anybody to be close to you. Vet these individuals. Make it hard to date, okay? Because, honey, this girl right here, she was in a relationship with this monster. They broke up. So she thought everything is fine. Hell nah. Hell nah. The ex-boyfriend broke into her house, girl, hide in the closet, girl. And they said he had flowers and some drugs on him. Some cocaine. Yeah. He ready to party. And you know he was high off of it, right? Hide in a damn closet. If that ain't some scary shit, oh, you better not be in my house. You in my house. You invading my space. Are you serious right now? I don't know what type of man that you date, but that's not cool for somebody to break in your house. He thought he was doing romantic. He was going to jump out the closet with some goddamn flowers and some white powder, girl. Boom, surprise. Get the hell out. Even, honey, get out. I don't play like that. You almost made me shit my pants. That's scary. That's stalkerish. You got some problems, bruh. You gonna stay and break in my house and stay in the closet for I don't know how long until I come and you gonna boom on my ass? Hell no. And ladies, y'all better start carrying that gat because you already know this administration. First of all, they are saying that transgenders shouldn't be able to have that pow. So you know I gotta hurry up and get me 50 of them, right? Okay. Then they're saying if you smoke marijuana, they're saying if you're a marijuana smoker, you should not have the pow. Y'all didn't see that article? I don't smoke marijuana, but I'm the other. You know what I mean? Fuck it. I'm going to say I'm not no fucking transgender. No, I'm not. I don't even know what that is. Okay? Look, if I act brand new, y'all better not tell on me. Y'all better not expose my goddamn tea. We are in crazy times right now. I'm going to say whatever I got to say for my damn safety. Hell, if they said we're not having no transgender, look, I don't even know what is that? It's only a male and a female. That's all I believe in. Okay? Fuck you mean. You don't know me and I don't know y'all. Okay? And that's just how we gonna do with this, okay? All right? So we have to talk about that case to let you guys know about that case. She came home with her boyfriend. She has a new boyfriend. She moved on. She has a right to do that, right? So he was upset. He was heartbroken. Oh, bitch. You came in your house. You came into your house with another man. He got the gap and he killed that man. 35-year-old man is dead. Is it just like that? Damn! What did that 35-year-old man do, honey? And you, man, you better be careful who you laid up with. Because let me tell you, these women out here, they're laying up with any and everything. So you have to be cautious of their track record. Okay? And I'm not saying being like Cam Newton and say, well, who you been sleeping with? But goddamn, I understand, but I don't understand. Okay? I don't care. I don't know. You know, everybody do that thing. If that's Cam Newton thing and she's okay with that, then that's her. Because I know a lot of people was like, you know, that's wrong for him to do that. She signed up for that shit. Hell. But I feel like it's a good idea to know who they're dealing with because I would like to know for myself if I'm dealing with any guy, especially if it's serious and we're living together and we're going to be relationship. I know it's none of my business and I don't think I should know, but I would like to know. And if he's going to give me the chance, this is what I want to do. I would like to look up these bitches. You know what I mean? I want to see, have they been in prison before? Is these bitches crazy? Because I don't deal with crazy. You know, I don't give a damn. He could be a nice guy, a nice gentleman. But if he has a type and his type is like a Tommy Lee, his type is like a Jocelyn, his type is like a Krishan Rock, I won't be going there. I won't be going there. I don't give a goddamn. No. I don't give a damn if this man is perfect. He got all the money in the world. If you got crazy ass exes that is likely to interrupt my peace and my life, no, I'm not signing in for it. I don't care. I prefer my peace of mind and my freedom. So, honey, same for the man. This man should have really vetted this woman and find out, do you got any crazy boyfriends? And you know these girls lie. I mean, come on. I need to know more, honey. What's your type? Okay? But yeah, just like that. He went into that house and that ex-boyfriend killed him on the spot. Ah, my goodness. So the first story I told you, 4 deaths. This story, 1 death, 5 people dead. 5 black people that is innocent that passed away from the hands of another brother. From the hands of another brother. And these black brothers supposed to be the protectors of the community. And they taking out people like that? Girl, in 2025, Marvin Gaye, what's going on? 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 What's going on, y'all? What is going on? Who is raising these sons? The mamas? Because they said the daddies ain't there. So the mamas, I'm getting on y'all. Ooh. You gotta train your boy to stop being so angry. These boys are so emotional that they don't know how to communicate. They never got that teaching. They don't know discipline. These men don't know discipline. They don't know how to communicate effectively. They talk through their emotions. They talk through anger. Okay, and you get that when you're a child. You're upcoming. I mean, you're raising a person to an adult. You know, those are characters you long as, you know, under a parent. So, honey, I don't know what's going on, but also I know something going on, something fishy going on in America. They are laying off, what was that, 40,000, 50,000, Amazon, UPS, the federal government, those workers are gone. What is going on? Ain't nobody gonna get no SNAP benefits in November. What is going on? Everybody is getting replaced by AI. Honey, the new world order. We've all talked about it. And then we also said the world is coming to an end. The world is coming to an end. Listen, the world has ended and it's a new world. We are entering into a new world. We are transitioning right before your eyes. The world is transitioning right before your eyes. That's what's going on. That's why within 10 years, it's going to look unfamiliar. Okay, so count your blessings and count your days, because these past years, you're going to grow, you're going to get older and say, damn, those were the good years. You know, every group of people have their time where they're like, man, those were the good years. Times is change. We all know change is going to come. You guys all wanted to change. You know, so change is coming, baby. It may not be the change you want, but it's coming. So be prepared for that. And did you guys hear about that monkey? Yeah, it's a monkey in Mississippi. It was a truck. They're doing, you know how they do. They get the monkeys and they do all these tests because they said monkeys is the closest thing to humans. So they had a car accident. It was a whole bunch of monkeys in there. Some was in cages. Some broke out the cages. They said they killed all of them that broke out the cages except for one. They said one is loose. The first report said the one got the bumps, got herpes, got hepatitis C, got all type of disease. Then they came back because they didn't want to scare the public. But you know what it is. I mean, they do the play every time with the monkey. I believe they about to come out with a new disease that's going to get rid of y'all. Oh, come on now. All these jobs are going. You know, they deporting mother effers left and right, breaking up families. They don't care. And you know, when they get finished breaking up them families and importing all those illegal immigrants, they're going to have all those buses and all those troops, and they building so much stuff. You know who's it for? You. You're next, baby. The immigrants, that's a test. You the real thing. Okay? Yeah. The troops, they gonna stay on the ground. They don't plan on leaving. Hell no. Just like Trump don't plan on leaving the White House. I know y'all don't want to hear, but it is the truth. I don't want to believe it either, but here we are. here we are. Y'all should have taken that voting shit serious more often, honey. So I don't know how it's going to come about, but Amazon and UPS, they're letting people go left and right. I mean, I don't know where all these people are going to go. And then it's the holidays. I mean, these are scary times, you guys, okay? Very scary times. So it's going to be a whole bunch of people looking for relationships, because you know how these guys do. And some of these girls, when they broke, they get into a relationship. I know when I'm broke, I hop my ass into a relationship real quick. I don't know what it is. But when I'm not broke, bitch, I don't want to be in no goddamn relationship. I'd be like, I want to be free as a bird, okay? Because I really don't want to be in a relationship. I really like my freedom. But when I'm broke and I need help, I feel like I need to exchange my love or my affection to get some help or some support, because, you know, these guys ain't gonna really help you if you ain't, you know what I mean? I wish, don't you wish that guys were like brothers and be like, hey, big brother, you know, he don't want nothing from me. He don't want to look at me sexual. He just a good big brother. And, you know, if my bills hurt, he got me, and he's not trying to look for an exchange. It's not transactional. It's just a brotherly love. It's none of that. Y'all can say all this brother and sister shit. They effing around, okay? Y'all are so overly sexual. Look, when I was younger, when I was young, honey, I was a down low hoe, okay? I never told nobody I was a hoe. I always kept myself up classy, but deep and down inside, I knew I was a hoe. Come 2025, I'm not a hoe. I cannot compete with you bitches, okay? You guys are so freaked out. You guys are so hoe out. And that goes for the women, the men, the gays, the trans, all of them. I'm behind, bitch. I'm old. I'm old because I can't keep up, and I don't want to keep up. I have no goddamn desire. Okay? Shit, I know I'm old. Hell, I know I'm old. Shit, I can't. I'm just classy. I don't know. But no, baby. Nuh-uh. Yeah. Okay. So also, Also, we got to talk about NBA YoungBoy. So, honey, do y'all know he got like, 10, 12, 14 kids? He's another Elon Musk. He's another Nick Cannon. What is going on in the world? But are you guys ready to get into all of it? So if you guys are here, if you're new here, I have to introduce myself. I am Jessica Kahai, and you're on Hot Topics. Okay. So make sure you guys like this video. I need the likes, okay? Make sure you guys subscribe here. I go live twice a day. I try to, at least. All right, so let's go here. And hey, y'all, how you guys doing? Hey, Island Girl. Hey, y'all. Hey, Lisa Wilson. Glad you're here. All right, so let's get into the business. Here it is. Let play.
Scene. Heidi, you've been there for a bit. Kind of take us a look at the scene and explain what we know so far from investigators.
Well, Chris, absolutely. We actually just arrived here within the last 10 minutes or so, and it is a very active scene out here. I'm going to be taking this in along with you. I'm going to step out of the way and have my photographer show you what we're seeing out here. We've got lots of different agencies here on scene investigating as we speak. That includes the State Bureau of Investigation, the Johnston County Sheriff's Office. We have deputies surrounding that home, as well as some caution tape on the scene. Now, let me break down what we know. Now, according to the Johnston County Sheriff's Office, that 911 call center received a call from 38-year-old Wellington Dickens, who told 911 operators that he killed his children. Now, when deputies arrived out here, they found a 3-year-old alive inside of the home, and then human remains in the trunk of the car. Just awful. Now, they established that Dickens had killed his 3 biological children. They were 6, 9, and 10 years old, and then an 18-year-old stepchild. Now, they believe the bodies were inside the car for a long time. Now, at this point, Dickens has been charged with 1 count of murder, but more charges are expected, and he is being held without bond in the Johnston County Jail. Now, back out here live, you'll see lots of different things going on at this point. Again, we just arrived here on scene. I'm going to be checking in with neighbors just within the next few minutes and seeing if anyone knows anything. But again, just an awful story that we are going to be following extremely closely all day long.
Breaking news here at noon, a Zebulon.
I wonder, how did he do it? Was it by a shot, a pew-pew? Did he do it by his hands? How did he do it? What do you guys guess? Do you guys think that he did it all at one time? Or was it one day by one day? I mean, why did he do it? Why did he do it? You know? But you know what? This is becoming a norm. Every other day, I am looking at social media and these parents are doing the most craziest things to their own offspring. They're doing the craziest thing to their offspring. You know, my goodness, you know. All right. So I want to go to TikTok and see what they have to say about this.
A North Carolina man called 911 on himself, reporting that he had just killed 4 of his children. This is 38-year-old Wellington Dickens. This is out of Zebulon, North Carolina, outside of Raleigh. Apparently, the phone call came around 10:09 p.m. where he told dispatchers that he had taken the lives of 4 of his children. Investigators got there. Wellington was cooperative. He told them that his 3-year-old son was unharmed and inside the house. However, his 4 other children, 3 biological and 1 stepchild, were all dead, and they were in the trunk of his car. The ages of the 4 of those children were 6, 9, 10, and 18. The 18-year-old was a stepchild. Uncertain why the 3-year-old was unharmed inside or why he took the lives of the other 4 children. It also has not been released how those children's lives were taken at this time. We also don't know exactly when he did that, but investigators did divulge that it looked like the bodies had been in the trunk for a while.
Ooh.
Wellington is being held without bond. A North Carolina man.
What is up with these brothers? Because remember, David, he's a brother too. And his girlfriend, 15 years old, was found unalive in his trunk. They will take your lives and put your bodies in the trunk. They are putting kids in the trunk. I'm so sick of y'all unaliving kids and putting them in cars and unaliving people in these cars. Think about Kata Scott. Kata Scott, she was unalive in a car. Ooh, honey, I don't want to get in nobody's car, okay? I don't want to get in nobody's car. Girl, they gonna try to get you in the car? Hell no. It's sad.
We have a terrible story unfolding in North Carolina where a father called into 911 and told authorities he killed 4 children, his children, and that they were in the trunk of his vehicle. Now you can see law enforcement is at the home.
You killed all your kids? You bitch ass nigga. 38-year-old Wellington Dickens has been arrested
38.
for allegedly killing 4 of his kids. This happened.
Yo, what's good, TikTok? It's your boy, the 544, checking in Europe. Yo, this is crazy, bro. This is 38-year-old Wellington Dickens from the...
We're following breaking news here at noon. A Zebulon man has been arrested after 4 children were found dead.
A horrific story out of Johnston County, North Carolina. Investigators say a man called 911 and told dispatchers he killed his 4 children. When deputies arrived, they found their bodies in the trunk of his car. A 3-year-old was found alive inside the home. Now, the man now faces 4 counts of murder. The investigation is ongoing. A horrific story out of Johnston.
Oh, somebody in the comment section said the wife died during childbirth in 2024. All right, so let's move on to our next story.
3-year-old was hiding in his ex closet and later shot Noel Miller. Miller was the current boyfriend. Investigators say they found Miller shot several times inside a Converse home. He later died at a hospital. Investigators say that Miller's girlfriend saw her ex with a gun and caught Wilson on video running away. Sheriff investigators say the 23-year-old was hiding in his ex closet and later shot Noel Miller. Miller was the current boyfriend. Investigators say they found Miller shot several times inside a Converse.
Oh, was he wearing that hoodie? That's not romantic. These guys are crazy. And then, I don't want to judge, but you guys do drugs. clearly you drew drugs. That's why he's doing drugs and you guys do drugs together. And I don't even know what to say to the drug community because I've never done drugs. Despite the rumor that they try to paint about me. Listen, y'all, I did a one skit, okay? And you guys know when I act, girl, can't nobody be better than me as an actress. I be putting on. I was acting crazy like I always do. And it was like, oh, that bitch must be on drugs, okay? Honey, I've never did drugs. I never drunk alcohol or nothing like that, okay? It's a lot of shit I've never done, but I've never done no drugs or no alcohol. Clock that T. So I want to go to TikTok and see what they're saying about this.
A man in Texas is accused of hiding in his ex-girlfriend's home while she was out and then killing her new boyfriend when the couple returned to her residence. 23-year-old Shatik Deshain.
Time out. Ah! Listen, I don't know what to say about it. Look, he don't even keep his hair cut. Y'all are messing with men that just don't care about their appearance or nothing. Okay? Man, oh man, why would he kill that man? He killed him out of jealousy. He killed him out of heartbreak because he was so emotional. And that's another reason why I don't like emotional men. Hell no, baby. No. I like a man that's logical. Okay, that when he gets mad, he know how to control his anger, and he's gonna think logic first. You know, he's just not gonna spaz on out like what's that boy named Soldier Boy? He's so feminine to me. He's so emotional. Any man that's overly emotional and always yelling and always the neck rolling and always that is so feminine to me. And there's nothing wrong with a man that's feminine. You know, I'm just not, sexually attracted to that energy. That's all, you know. But Mariah, the scientist, she likes it because the thugger, whatever his name is, when he does interviews, girl, I can't stand to watch. It makes me want to throw up because he just be moving that goddamn head and he just so just emotional with a girl. I'm like, ugh. But I don't judge, you know, so, you know, But anyway, I mean, didn't he lose you when he was wearing them dresses? Okay. But no, wear your dress. I don't give a damn. I don't care. Okay. You don't got to never worry about me checking for your man. But anyway, going to this guy right here, 23 years old. You're so young. Who raised ya? Okay. Who is birthing out these men? Okay, I'm sure he probably never had a daddy growing up, okay? Man, oh man, it's a sad case. Another brother dead, and this brother is going to lose his life in jail, about to be somebody's bitch, okay? Yeah, girl, he about to be somebody's bottom with his emotional ass, okay? Yeah. Ooh, yes, he is. So that's that, and I'm sure the other girl or the girl, she probably gonna find another man, cause there's so many of them out here. You know what I mean? So what do y'all gotta say about this? Comment, let me know.
And hid an ex-girlfriend's closet to surprise her with flowers. It's a love story, kids. Then killed the new boyfriend she came home with. Gentlemen, why do you insist on continuously popping up on these women that don't want you anymore? Get back out there and get in the game.
That's what I'm saying. And whoever this man is, you're absolutely right, because they don't have a father. Their father has failed them. Their biological father has failed them, and their mama never taught them nothing, okay? You know, your parents should teach you about dating. Your parents should teach you about rejection. You know, when you're dating, son, you're going to get rejected. It's a part of life. Take it on the chin. Don't take it to your heart. Don't consume it. You have to know your self-worth. Okay? Yes. Okay, don't take nobody's life because they don't want to be with you. You know, and don't take another brother's life. And if you really care about a person, then you will give them the respect to move on without you because you care about their well-being and their happiness, and they're more happy without you. And you guys have to come to terms with that. I think that you guys are living in a delusion when you guys get in these relationships. You guys get so consumed with each other. Get consumed with Jesus, okay? Get this consumed with the Lord, okay? Y'all don't get consumed with the Lord. Y'all get consumed with each other, and they're not even married. Just fornicate, girl. Fornicate, not sex. Okay, honey. And they get so consumed with each other, and I love you and you love me, and this is gonna be it. I don't want nobody for the rest of my life, and you don't want nobody for the rest of your life, and we gonna die together, and we gonna be Romeo and Juliet, and it just gonna be me and you against the world. Oh my goodness. Ooh, I think that is dangerous talk. I think that is very toxic. And I know you guys love that type of talk. You guys fantasize about that. But I think it's just toxic as hell. You damn right. I don't want nobody so crazy over me and just goes consumed with me and just, oh my God, I can't live without you. Been there, done that. I had a few brothers that couldn't live without me, honey. I had a few brothers when I broke it off, girl. They was on the phone talking about some, I'm taking pills right now. You see what you're doing to me? I'm taking pills right now. I'm about to end it. And I don't know what to do in that situation. Okay? What the fuck? I'm still don't want to be with you. But goddamn, I'm scared that you're going to kill me. Goddamn. I said, oh, goddamn. My goodness. He was like, you see what you did? I worked all these jobs for you just to make you happy, and you just gonna throw it away? You just gonna throw it away? So you just playing with people? I'm not playing with nobody. This is my life. Okay, look, I grow, I evolve, I change. Okay? And it don't have nothing to do with you. Oh my goodness, but there you go. Everything in a relationship is so consuming with the other person. I don't like it. I think it's unhealthy and it's unsafe, okay? Especially for me. Now, for you guys that like to be smothered and clingy, you know, God bless you, okay? But I'm not the clingy type, okay? So, not gonna do it. I think all that love and cleanliness should be for God first. You know, and they said if you want to get to heaven, I think most people trying to get to heaven or whatever, heaven is a perfect place. It's not going to be favorites. Even if you're married husband and wife, you're not going to be husband and wife in heaven, okay? All that love is going to go to Jesus, okay? Okay? So you can't even walk in that mindset, you know? And some of you guys are lover of yourselves and lover of your consumer self. But you know, whatever. You know I'm a hypocrite. But I'm not a hypocrite when it comes to that. But let's move on. Let's hear what else you got to say.
Hey, champ, you can fumble a much better quality of a woman if only you would stop looking back and chasing the past. It's unhealthy to keep wanting to lose the same woman over and over and over again when there are so many gorgeous, wholesome women out there that you can fumble them all. Dream bigger, King. That's all I'm saying. And hid an ex-girlfriend's closet to surprise her with flowers.
I agree with this man. Can I be honest with you guys? I've never chased a guy ever in my life. Even before my transition, I've never chased a guy. Never, ever. I just think it's so insulting for me to want somebody that don't want me. What the fuck? That is so crazy to me. People do it all the time. And I have been very quiet, because I don't want to be offensive. But I don't understand that mindset. If a person don't want me, I respect it. And I just go around my way. But I've never had a person that didn't want me For one, I don't approach. I don't be knocking on guys' door. I don't be like, hey, I like you. So what's up? You know, I don't push on guys. You know what I mean? People, they push on my ass and I pick and choose which one I want to entertain. That's that's my lifestyle. That's always been my lifestyle, and I'm comfortable there. And that's it. I don't have no complaints in the dating world. Okay? I know a lot of people complaining. Oh my God, I have no complaints, baby. Okay, I'm fine over here. Hello, okay. But comment
Wilson
below.
said he got to his ex-girlfriend's house at about 1 a.m. Short while later, the woman said she...
Okay, why is everybody having their video sideways? I don't like that. What's up with them sideways videos? Ooh, HIV. Ooh, shit. Ooh, what y'all got to say about this? Comment, let me know.
Yo.
Let me know what y'all got to say. Huh? Oh, let me see. So what the fuck going on over here? A lot. It says, stop all that yelling like I'm a kid. I'm grown to have you screaming through the TV. Okay, do you want me to talk like this? Is this better? You want me to be a little bit mature? Is this better? Okay, press 2 if you guys want me to talk like this, you know, or press 5 if you like when I yell, you know. I can talk like this. I can do the stuff like this, but honestly, you guys say, we want you to be yourself. We just want you to be you. Well, being loud and crazy, that's part of me. I'm loud, I'm crazy, but I can change. Like, I know how to adapt to different settings. You know, I don't have to be loud and yelling, but I have fun when I yell. It's fun to me, you know? Thank you. They said, just be you. Hey. I like being me, but I was raised to not be me. You know, I was raised to conform and to be conservative. So therefore, I have the great ability to not be me at every setting. I can just be quiet. I can talk softer. Hi, how you guys doing? So I would like to talk about this guy. He's 38 years old. And I would like to know what you guys think about it, you know? It's still a part of me, but... I'd rather be like, hey, I'm ratchet. I like my ratchetness, you know? Oh, somebody got blocked. What'd they say? Please stop screaming. You're an adult. I'm a child. You know what? Whatever. Okay, so let's move on. Here it is. Amazon. It says Amazon to lay off around 14,000 employees. What do you guys think about that? Isn't that a lot? They're going to replace them all with AI. So I want to go down here and see what the people have to say about this.
30,000 people today. The narrative is that this is about AI replacing jobs. The reality is very different. And I want to be really precise about it because it gets at corporate structure and finance and not really at AI in the way you think. So when people think AI layoffs, they think the robots are doing the jobs now, and therefore we are having layoffs. No, the people who are doing the jobs are more stressed if they're still at Amazon, but the AI automation story isn't actually hitting those jobs. What is hitting those jobs and is related to AI is the cost of chips. So NVIDIA sells chips to everyone, GPUs. Those chips are how we power AI, and none of the major cloud providers can get enough chips right now. Microsoft can't, Google can't. Google's in an easier spot. They have TPUs, and Amazon definitely can't. In fact, people don't know this, but AWS has a roughly 25% burning backlog on GPUs. In other words, they are missing out on revenue because companies are begging for more compute from AWS that they can't fulfill because they can't buy GPUs because they only had so much.
Let me tell you, he's talking above me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to understand, and I feel so stupid because these AIUs and ASWs, I'm not understanding that shit. Let me see who else is talking about it.
Hey, I was laid off at Amazon. I am one of the 14,000 employees impacted.
I was a senior social media manager in Amazon ads, and earlier this month, I actually celebrated my 1-year anniversary, or Immiversary as they like to call it. And it was the closest I've ever come to a dream role. I was working social media marketing and tech, something I would have dreamed about and wished for in college.
Okay, that's kind of personal. I understand. I'm sorry, but I want to hear some real reporting.
I was laid off by Amazon. I was one of the 14,000 employees that were affected today. They sent out an email at 5 a.m. Seattle time. The thing so that people don't have to go.
Well, shit, it's all Asians. They laying off Asian people. I don't know why they got something against Asians, but Amazon is laying off the Asians.
30,000, not 300, not 3,000, 30,000 people. And this white collar purge continues with Amazon announcing massive layoffs. I think confirmed 14,000, but they're not denying the other 16,000. And my guess is what's happening is they're going to take 14,000
Okay, tell us
now,
why.
wait to get through the holiday season to make sure they don't disrupt their valuable seasonal flow, and then another 16,000 plus into next year. So 30,000 people and all white collar. So man, if this isn't the wake up call that you needed as a Gen Xer still hanging on in corporate, this is just going to be the start again. Think about this. This is a company that's doing well, right? Maybe their net income was down a little bit, but I looked up their Q2 numbers. So revenue.
Is anybody going to tell us why? Comment in the comment section. Why are they doing these layoffs? What is to come? This is the answer I'm looking for. Everybody is talking on TikTok, but they're not giving me the answer I'm looking for, okay?
Other tech giants like Microsoft, Meta, Google, and Intel have also made cuts this year. And this is important to follow because tech companies are a bellwether for the broader economy. They can be. And right now, hiring is slowing for the first time since the pandemic. There are more unemployed workers than jobs available, although overall unemployment is still historically low at 4.3%. Other tech giants like Microsoft, Meta, Google, and Intel have also made cuts this year. And this is important to follow because tech companies are a bell.
Okay, so what's going to happen to everybody that's been unemployed? You know, that's a lot of people. I mean, you can't get homeless because they say homeless is going to be illegal, or it's already is illegal. So what is going on, you guys? You guys better be careful out here in these streets. The world is changing right before us. And I want to know, anybody here, they said the government shut down. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the monkeys. Did you guys hear about this? Monkeys are carrying herpes, hepatitis C, and covina. Damn, it got covina too? Okay, escaped, overturned truck in Mississippi. They are aggressive to humans. Look at this shit right here. Man, I mean, aren't the signs there? It feels like a scary movie. All these unemployment. The government shut down. Monkeys is out. You got Melissa, the hurricane in Jamaica. All these are signs, you guys. Something big is coming. Press 3 if you guys believe that something big is coming. You know, the signs are here. I just need someone to place it together and spit it out. All right, so I'm going to go to TikTok and see what they're saying about this.
The monkeys escaped. Few miles.
Okay,
This is not what I expected when I got on George Jefferson's internet today. A truck carrying monkeys overturned in Mississippi, letting several escape. Now, this is the thing right here. Now, here's the thing. Authorities say monkeys came from Tulane University and were part of a medical research. Officials warn the public not to approach them since they may be aggressive and may be carrying diseases like hepatitis, herpes, COVID. Most of the monkeys were recovered, but one remained on the loose. Man, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. Tulane said that the animals were headed to another research facility which posed little risk to humans. I didn't... Is this Bubbles? I don't know if this is Bubbles or not. Y'all, and see, if you asking me who Bubbles is, you ain't old enough. But
well, I tell you what, well, look, this was gonna happen. The monkey that escaped, it's going to be a new disease that's going to come in a couple of months. It hasn't hit yet. Next year, I bet you in the wintertime. In the wintertime next year, it's probably going to be a different disease. You already know the hospitals, they are short-staffed, and you can't get a lot of health benefits. You're going to have to pay. They're not giving out shots. I mean, it's going to be crazy. And people are saying, population control, and this might be part of the population control, So like I said, the world is changing right before our eyes. Be prepared for anything, because anything is liable to happen, you guys. Stay prayed up. Stay with your loved ones. And I'm going to always be here telling y'all what's going on in Hot Topics today. All right. So I want to see anybody else have something to say about this.
Again, he's sitting there kind of just watching everything. Good evening. We are live in Jasper County at I-59 around mile marker 117 with a wreck that has exotic animals loose. Possibly, what's the word I'm being told here? They could have diseases, is what we're being told. So I'm going to show you the truck. Here's the truck where the accident is. Now here's one of the monkeys right here. Let's zoom in on this so you can see this. There's one sitting right there. I've seen 4 to 5 climbing around inside the back of the trailer, but there he sits. All right, there's a second monkey, Greg. You might want to be careful with this. He's on the prowl there. He's come from inside the truck. He seems to be there. He sits.
Well, that's something different. At least we got a close-up on the monkeys. Ooh, look at that.
Here, they're heading for the tree line. Need more hands over here. Easy now. Come on. Let's go. Got you. No, don't run. Hey, right here. They're heading for the tree line. Need more hands over here. Easy
Do
now.
y'all see this?
Let's go.
Oh, my God. Do y'all see this shit?
Hey, right here. They're heading for the tree line. Need more hands over here. Easy now. Come on. Let's go.
That's AI, y'all.
No, don't
That's
run.
AI. Oh, my God. I got to see. What did I just saw?
Hey, right here.
Excuse me? I love LG.
Hey, right here. They're heading for the tree line. Need more hands over here. Easy now.
How do I get out of here? That was interesting to see.
A truck full of monkeys in Mississippi overturned, sending the monkeys out of the truck. This happened near Heidelberg, Mississippi on Interstate 59. And yes, this is a real story. The truck was hauling monkeys from the Tulane University National Biomedical Research Center when something happened which caused the truck to flip over. Crates that were marked with live animals spilled and monkeys were seen crawling through the grass near the highway. According to the Jasper County Sheriff's Office, they said that all of the escaped monkeys have been captured except for one. One is still unaccounted for. They're trying to find out where this monkey went. Unfortunately, though, they did put down the other monkeys. The Sheriff's Office were warned that the monkeys were aggressive to humans and initially claimed that they actually carry diseases like hepatitis C, herpes, and COVID-19. But Tulane University said that the monkeys were not infectious. All of that aside, one monkey is still on the loose and the cause of the crash is still unknown. So if you
Well, hell yeah, they upset with humans. I would be too. Wouldn't you be upset with a human if the humans gave you herpes, the humans gave you COVID-19, and the human gave you a hepatitis C? You know damn well they not feeling well. Hell, you got all this shit running in your body. You itching, you sweating, you irritated. I'll be swarming on humans too. But let's continue on. Here we go again. It says UPS laid off 48,000 people like it's nothing. All right. So what is going on with UPS?
Breaking: UPS has just cut 48,000 jobs. This is 2.5 more jobs than they said that they would cut earlier this year in May. And it happens right at the same time that Amazon formally announces that it's laying off 30,000 people. We haven't even hit November yet, but these large companies are cutting workers left and right. And the crazy thing is, they're about to go on their pre-holiday hiring spree. Now, UPS has been struggling in large part because it has had a reduction in Amazon shipments. And so UPS is desperately trying to save money now that it does a lot less business with Amazon. Either way, right now, all of these massive job cuts are really bad news for the economy and for the job market. Right now, hiring in the United States is the weakest since the 2009 Great Recession. So unfortunately,
Hold on, is that under Trump? Is that under y'all boy Trump? Yeah, shout out to Damo. Hey girl, glad you back with us. Ooh, I thought y'all said y'all was gonna make America great again. I thought y'all said that the economy was gonna be powerful. Ooh, honey, what in the world is going on? I got a feeling did y'all hear about some of these men out here? Honey, next time I got to put some of these men on here and really say what I got to say on that. They were like, yeah, the government ain't going to give y'all food stamps no more. Now y'all going to need a man. Now you going to need a man. No. You still don't need a man because these men need women. Hell, say it with me. The men need women. The women are the providers. The women got the jobs. The women got the homes. These men don't even got no credit, girl. Okay? Hell. And I bet it's some women right now. I bet it's some big backs right now. They like, ooh, maybe I can get a man this winter. Everybody getting laid off. You know it's going to be some homosexuals. Yeah, that's how they get them, homosexuals. You say, what is that? That is when a person is broke and they're homeless, so they will exchange their affection to get in a place to stay. You know, I think I would be a homosexual if I was broke and I need a place to stay. I would exchange my affection for comfort and be like, hey, I'll be your boo. You got me? Shit. Shit. Hell, I gotta do what I gotta do, baby. Okay, if I gotta sell you love as a fantasy, so be it. So fucking be it. So, yeah, a lot of people, they're gonna go fishing for men like they on sale. And they are on sale because I'm sure a lot of these men are gonna be laid off. Are you guys gonna be started looking for love this winter, y'all?
a lot of people who've just been told that they've lost their jobs will struggle to find another one. To UPS and Amazon for performing these mass layoffs right at the end of the year. You just made the D3 List, a podcast about dumb, desperate, dive out.
I don't know. What's that music about? Ooh, honey. I guess everybody gonna do YouTube. Ooh, honey, I hate to say it, but can you imagine if they start laying off streamers and Instagram? What if they start cutting off people? Could you imagine if they be like, YouTube, we not paying no more? Oh, shit! What would you think the YouTubers would do if YouTubers said we not paying anymore? Twitch, they not paying no more. Going back to yesterday, because you know, back in the day, you know, ain't nobody was paying on social media. Damn. Do you still think when people get on here to get famous? Ooh, girl, everybody gets so humble. Everybody would get humble as fuck. Do you hear me? Man. But let's go.
What can Brown do for you? Well, apparently what they can do is lay off 48,000 people year to date. So that's right, 48,000 people have been laid off from UPS this year. 34,000 of them from...
Okay, he talking too slow.
Yeah, bro. Even the people at UPS, they cut 34,000 jobs, bro. Goodness gracious, bro. What the heck?
Okay, nobody's giving me a reason. When I'm looking for somebody to give me a reason. Everybody just saying the same thing.
UPS just said they're laying off 48,000. So to the but that says, what do? I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to do. And that ballroom is paying off, isn't it? UPS just said they're laying off 48,000. So to...
She said that ballroom, she's talking about Donald Trump ballroom. You know, he spent so much money on that ballroom, you know, while the economy is hurting. My goodness.
UPS has laid off 48,000 people. Hey guys, it's your girl Trey Hay, and UPS has laid off 48,000 workers total. And it's literally probably one of the biggest layoffs that we've seen within the past few years. They're saying that it's some kind of restructuring that they're doing, but the workers that work through COVID and everything that's gone on within the 5 years are feeling like they're just left to dry. Now, the 48,000 people have lost their jobs within this year, so it's not like they just did it today, but 48,000 jobs in 1 year is a massive amount for a company this large. I'm really hoping that these people are able to find jobs. Layoffs are on the rise. The government shutdown, everything, it seems to be going awry, and I definitely are sending prayers.
See, ooh, girl, if I was on this case, I'd be like, listen, y'all, the government is playing something big. This is not by accident. This is by design. This is by design. This is by design. This is by design. I don't know if they're trying to take us out of here, but it's by design. Press 2 if you think this is by design. Press 4 if you think this is just a coincidence. You know, it's innocent. You know, hell no. Hell no. This is by design. I don't know what they cooking, and it look like nobody on social media know what they cooking. If they do, they ain't saying it. I need somebody that's going to say it loud what the hell is going on. Okay, everybody reporting the same shit.
UPS has begun throwing out thousands of packages coming into the United States from international countries, according to NBC News, because of Donald Trump's tariffs and customs requirements that simply aren't being met. So essentially, thousands of packages coming from China and elsewhere are currently being held up in customs at various processing facilities across the United States. And while it's not getting any easier...
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Girl, you know I get my wigs from China. Hell no. Hell no. Now, you know it's a damn shame if I'm upset about the wig, right? Look, we may have to make our own wigs or let the wigs go from China because, honey... we're going to have to let Shein go. Well, you know, they said Shein opened up a store in America. But, honey, this is kind of old news. Look at the date. This ain't even new. This is 10/11. I need to get on current. All right, so let's move on to the next story. The next story we have here is NBA YoungBoy, okay? He has his wife at a gender reveal. This is his 3rd child together and his 13th overall. Isn't that crazy? Crazy, right? And I guess, and it just let y'all know, women do not care if you have herpes. I'm convinced you don't care. You scream on the internet like you're afraid of it, fake outrage, you don't care. Y'all don't care these niggas are gay. You don't care. You scream on the internet, but you still marry him. You still sleep with. You don't care. All right. So let's go here. I am convinced. So these are all his women. Look at this shit. And all of the kids. Ain't that something? Honey. So men, if you got herpes, it's all right. They still gonna lay down with you. Look at NBA YoungBoy. He is at the prime of his life. He's at the top of the top. Look at Usher. Look, he's at the top of the top. You know? So, honey, don't let the herpes get you down. They'll still be your baby mama. Hell. They'll still fight for you. Okay? Herpes and all. Okay? Because you got money, they buy. Child, somebody said that they'll go for the herpes if you got money. Baby, some of these men are broke and got the herpes, and these women are laid up and they do not care, okay? Nah, it's not just about rich. They don't care. I mean, if you got girls signing up to get married to prison bays, come on now. Let's. All right. So I don't want herpes. Ain't nobody that fine. Well, these individuals don't care. And you know they said herpes. If you put a condom on, you can still get it because it's a skin to skin, ain't it? A rub to rub, you know? So, yeah. All right, but I guess they all got it and they just pass it around. They just passed. Damo said that's why Cardi B is pushing out the, what you call that? That PrEP, the HIV medicine. Yeah, because I guess people are getting it left and right and nobody cares anymore. You know, they are just wilding out, being freaky, you know? They don't care who they don't even know who they're having sex with. I talked to this one gay guy and he said it's this website that gay people go on. It's called Scruffies. And they don't even know who they're hooking up with. It's just they post a picture of an arm or a leg or a lips or whatever. No face at all. And they just go to a certain spot. It can be in a public, in the bathroom, in a park, anywhere. And they just smashing and grabbing raw girl. And then just going back their merry way. They don't even know their names. Nothing. And they doing this 4 or 5 times a day. You know what I'm saying? Man. And they said they having all these parties where, man, my goodness. But I said, look, I told that gay man, I said, look, you know you under Trump administration. I said, you know, all Trump got to do is put a virus in y'all freaky parties and it's a wrap. Okay? Okay, and you know he's going to do it because history repeats itself. Didn't they do that with the monkeys back in the day before HIV was invented? You know, it started off with the monkey. Now you hear about the monkey in Mississippi. And you know his ass trying to get rid of y'all. And y'all just are shaking your asses and twerking with them wigs on. And honey, y'all ain't going to know what's going to hit y'all. I mean, it's going to hit y'all like this. It's going to go so fast, and all y'all just going to be crying and screaming. Whew. But the signs were there. Y'all better get right. Honey. All right. So that's all I got for today. Hopefully you guys enjoy my commentary. Thank you guys for the comments. I really appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe here at Jessica Kohainor. Hot Topics. All right. I'll go live twice a day, every single day. So I don't want you to miss a thing because I will cover the hot topics. Love you guys. Good night and God bless.